Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben. Today we're here with our ostentatious, bodacious bro, Stephen Carter. And you say, well, what makes him so ostentatious, bodacious? Well, he surfs unlike anyone else. He surfs with this Killa, and he calls this the Killa Death Trap. And no matter what, even if he dies in it, he'll be happy. For many reasons. He's got the good stuff in it. And he just got done breaking it in. 1964 VW Beetle Bug. Beetle Bug, same thing, I guess.
Pretty much.
And what size turbo's on this thing?
It's a 55 millimeter T3.
55 millimeter T3. Who makes it?
Couldn't tell you, to be honest. Bought it from my parts supplier at the Lab Air Cooled Speed Shop.
All right.
It's wherever he gets his turbos from.
Now for the parts. We'll get a little close up. We got some light going on. Take a look what we got. We got the Killa turbo. We got the built engine. All upgraded push rods, valve springs, all that stuff, Steven? Cam?
Yeah, it's all...
It's all built?
Forged internals, H-beam rods, forged pistons.
Forged everything, all right.
Custom cam.
Custom cam.
Turbo prepped heads.
Turbo prepped heads. What's the boost that we're going to run it at today?
I'm only running like 7 pounds right now.
All right, so a very, very light boost just to get her all broken in, which she is. And right now we're going to be doing the oil change. We're switching over to our 20W-50 Z-Rod. Do you have that here, Steve? Oh, there it is right here. Here's the product we're using. There it is. And this is 100% synthetic. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a much higher film strength. And what that's going to do is when you have all this heat, what happens is your film and your oil thins out. As it circulates, goes through the turbo, just murders the oil. So even though Steven's going to be murdering the oil, it's going to still hold its viscosity. And that's because it's 100% synthetic. Also, Steven's already done some other stuff on the vehicle. You had a previous build, right?
Yeah, I had to tear it down because there was a crack in the motor. In fact, I can show you. It's right there.
All right. So let's see the crack. And what do you think caused the crack?
The tolerances were machined too tight.
A little too tight?
Right here, where the cam plug seals, it blew out.
I see it. Wow.
And I had the motor out for some normal maintenance, found the crack, decided to tear it down and change a few things up while I was at it.
All right, and then the oil filter we're going to be using today is a proprietary AMSOIL filter. Filters at 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns. So this is your Doggy Scraps Toyota filters. That's what they come with. And you can see the different quality levels. So quite a bit of a difference. And then this filter is good for 25,000 miles. So without running E85, Steven will actually be good for 1 year, 15,000 miles of driving with a gasoline engine, with the AMSOIL oil and the filter. And he's probably going to do it a little sooner than that because he really likes to drive his stuff. And I don't blame him.
I drive it hard and I'll change it maybe every 1,000, 1,500 miles.
All right, and then he might even be trying the 20W-50 race oil coming up, and that's the Dominator race oil, and that is 100% synthetic. That has the modifiers for less friction, so you'll have more wheel horsepower, and it doesn't thin out under the high heat, and that's really, really important. Now, Steven is a transmission expert at AMCO Transmission. That's the sweet spot. What's the address, Steve?
1241 American Pacific Drive, Henderson, Nevada.
All right, so that's where you'll catch him. Now, Steve has, he's a little under the weather. We're trying to keep him pasted together on film here. And, well, we're going to be draining her down in a second. So if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. Go ahead and click the thumbs up button if you love the channel. And if you want to try these products, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to Steve at the comment section. So if you want to help Steven out, we're helping him out as much as we can here in the channel. You can try the products through Steven's link. That'll give him credit. And well, we're going to be draining her down in a minute. So Steven actually did the break-in process on this engine, and he used the AMSOIL break-in. This is a, I think it's a straight mineral oil. And what it is it just has, you know, more friction. You want to seat your rings, get everything all grooved in. And I think he did about 500 miles. Got high zinc in there still for extra protection. And this is for all your different engines. You're not to be doing any super high heat pulls with this stuff. So we're going to see what this stuff looks like when it comes out. And, well, here we go. Steven hasn't cranked this bad boy for, what, about a week or so?
Yeah, since Sunday.
All right. The death trap's going to come to life. So it's going to crank a little bit. Crank, crank, crank. Finding the proper socket to drain this little angel. Now they've been together for 3-4 years. Yeah, Steven's been with this car for 4 years.
It'll be 5 here come 2020.
All right, and he's got so much love for this beast, and he just loves it, loves playing with it. He's done all the build on it. So here comes this red stuff. We'll see what it looks like. We got her nice and warm.
Dirty red stuff.
Dirty red stuff. Be interesting to see what we got. And there she blows. Lots of good metallic. And that's the way it should be. A good break-in, right?
As long as I don't see any chunks, we'll be fine.
Oh, there, you would probably hear something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you got lots of good metallic coming out. And these Volkswagens are interesting. All air-cooled.
They normally don't have oil filters.
They normally don't have oil filters, so we got a big oil filter. And we'll be going over that and sticking her on in a second. How many quarts does this thing hold?
Somewhere between 7 and 8.
All right, 7 to 8 quarts.
Stock holds like 2.6.
So that's a bigger pan?
It's a bigger sump. The filter holds almost a quart. The oil cooler and fan up there in the front holds another quart.
Wow, awesome. All right, so we just got done letting her drain down. And now we're just taking a look. And there's really no chunks. That dirt's been there before, so everything looks good. Steven's starting to get a good bite on her, and he's just starting to yank off the old oil filter. And we're going to get this old K&N off, and well, time to get the best on. And there she blows. So we'll let her leak down a little bit. That red oil ain't red no more. But it's good, though. You don't get it mixed up with your other oil. You know it's the right break-in oil. Yeah. And now Steve's going to drop her off. Beautiful. Steven's actually loosening up the oil line, and he actually has an oil cooler on this little angel. And where is the oil cooler at?
It's up on the torsion housing. If you take a look down in front of the rear tire.
All right.
You'll see the fan and everything hanging down underneath the body.
There it is. I see it. Wow. And that's the oil cooler.
Thanks to Telia Jet Performance for putting that on for me.
All right. Telia Jet Performance took care of Steve on this setup. And now you're going to go ahead and pump out all the oil, right?
As soon as I can get these lines off.
All right. So once Steven gets these lines off, he's actually got a hand pumper. And he's going to cycle out all the old stuff. So we're good.
Matches the
Is
wheels.
this original trans, or did you change the trans?
It's the different trans.
Okay.
It's been built a little bit.
Got it.
Just gotta make room.
Yeah.
So this is a 19 what year?
64.
Cool. Very cool.
Awesome.
And for those of you that know, yes, I need AN wrenches. So save the comments.
There you go. Steven already knows what he needs.
Christmas is coming up.
Exactly. So if anyone's out there and they feel for Steven, they know and love these vehicles. Not only can you use his link, which Steven deserves it. If you're just coming to the channel, you want to try AMSOIL, definitely use Steven's link. I'll put it in the comment and the description section. And he's a war hero with this thing. He's put so much heart and soul into this thing. He's not going to give up. We're going to have him doing the first 5-second bug here in just another 18 months.
Shit, I'm going to need a lot more money. A lot more money.
Right, so Steve just got done sticking the pumper in. And he's going to start pumping fresh lube with this plastic fitting. And that's going to go, I guess, in the... Is that the return or the exit, or what is that?
This is actually... I'm glad you said something, because that's the outlet. I got it.
All right.
Wrong hole.
All right, the wrong hole.
You don't like it in the exit.
All right. His bug don't like it in the exit. He knows his cobs. He built it himself. And now, the moment of truth. Start feeling her up with the 100% synthetic liquid gold.
And you'll see the old dirty coming out of here, and after a few of these, it'll start coming out clean. Now we're getting some stuff out.
Oh yeah, look at all that metallic. All that good break-in metallic. Beautiful. So how many miles did it take you to break it in?
I got, I think, between 500 and 600 miles on it. I could be wrong. Didn't pay that much attention. I looked at my odometer and said, okay, around when it rolls over 42,000, I need to change the oil. Well, here we are.
All right. So we're going from 30 weight break-in oil to 20W-50, 100% synthetic Z-Rod. The best of the best of the best, super high zinc. Protects the flat cap tappets, and it'll be interesting to see how it feels. How many hours did it take you to build this engine?
I don't know. It took me a few weeks of working on it on my spare time. Just taking my time.
All right.
My buddy Tully at Jet helped me out a lot with it.
Awesome. So Steven's still a regular person. He still gets help from other people.
Oh yeah. I couldn't do it without him.
Awesome.
My buddy Butch. My buddy Vic at the lab. He's supplied me with a lot of the parts.
Awesome.
So shout out to you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Beautiful. All right. And here we go. Quart number 2. It's finishing up the second bottle. It's running really clean now. So that's pretty much about it. It's going to be time to start feeling her up top soon. So Steven's going ahead, and it's going to time to go ahead and feel up our new oil filter. Now, what makes this different? A lot of people ask, not only does it filter at the 98.7% efficiency at 20 microns, big upgrade over OEM on a lot of the major vehicles, but it's good for 1 year, 15,000 miles of severe service. And that's what Steven's doing. The nickel and the plating on the metal is much better, so it won't rust. Also, it's a lot thicker on the plate. And the anti-drain back valve is silicone, and it doesn't deform over the course of a year. So you're good for the whole year. And he's priming the oil filter, and it takes a little bit of time for the oil to saturate into the medium. And you can actually roll the filter too. So say your filter's not mounted up straight up and down like Steven's is, he can fill it all the way up. But if you have a car where it's on the side, you can actually spin the filter on the side, and that'll actually allow it to saturate the medium a little more. You might be able to fill it halfway because the medium really clings and grabs all the oil. So
A lot of these other cars out there, dude, they got these big wicked cams in them.
oh yeah, murderish cams. Beautiful touch, Steve. Beautiful. Absolute genius. We're almost AMSOILed. Steven's doing the movement, and the movement is putting in the liquid gold. We're going to get a pic real close up on it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And he's got the hands of a expert mechanic, and the dedication that he went into this engine, amazing. So we're in the zone there, just putting in the liquid gold. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Amazing how good that looks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, oh.
I was too busy looking at your screen.
All right. Beautiful. All right, Steven said it's time to piss off the neighbors. Playing a little Russian roulette. Got hot pipes all over the place, but he's willing to take the risk. Beautiful.
Another quart. It's at the bottom line.
Another quart. How many quarts did we put in?
Oh hell, I pumped 2 into the cooler. A little over 2 into the cooler. 1, 2, 3, we're 5 in right now.
We're 5 in. All right, here we go. 6 in. Miles a gallon average better, so pretty impressive. And you'll feel your idle a lot smoother too. So it'll be interesting to see how she feels. We're gonna go out and give her a test drive. Let's do it. See what Steven thinks after the break-in. Second. That's good. Wow. That feels good. Feels really good. Now it's third gear. Is that third?
I'm in 4th right now.
Alright.
But that was 3rd gear.
Alright, go into 3rd. Just roll it down all the way. Right. Just roll it down. Roll it. Right. Roll it. That's good. Wow.
It still needs to be tuned,
Alright, still needs a tune.
but it's not bad. It really starts making power above 5,000 RPM.
Alright, so he's got the cam set up for 5 to 7,000 up top.
That's where it really pulls.
Alright, we're finally back. We went out for a heck of a great test drive. Steve gave me some butterflies. He got me a little bit there. I wasn't expecting that much power. It's for real. The compression's real. This engine's built right. It's smooth. It's the first Volkswagen that's really wowed me, and it's happy to see him develop himself and do this. And for that, if you're watching this and you enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And Steven's link will be below. Use his link if you want to try the products. We're helping him out because he's really been a huge part of the YouTube channel. And right here in the middle, we're going to put the oil analysis video on his 2000, what is it, 18 Tacoma?
My 18 Tacoma, the one sitting right over
18
there.
Tacoma. His Tacoma's right over there. We'll show it in a second. And definitely check out that oil analysis video. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. We'll get back to you. All right? We'll see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.
Keep it safe.